上睡不着，白天醒不了，唉，精神不好。
熬灯牌安神补脑液，安神又补脑，睡好精神好。吉林熬东。
低楼层走上楼，让生活绽放活力色。出门带上环保杯，为日常添点亮色。背上环保袋，递以新的时尚色。
Tech and Sports channel of CMG. Tonight we are going to unveil the CMG World Robots Competition, and we are going to take a glimpse into the future. And my name is Wang Xiaolei, the moderator of this event. And so this is the world's first Mecha Fighting Series. And this is targeted at all the audiences across the world. And here in our studio, we are going to guide you through this event and show you how this robotics technology can be applied into the real world. And you can see from the footages that the arena is set and all the contestants, they are ready in the beautiful city of Hangzhou, and they are ready to face off in the ring. And also this event will be broadcast live on CGTN and on all the other platforms of CMG. And tonight we have two senior experts in our studio, and let me introduce to you Mr. Wang Tao, the Director of Emotional and Cognitive Intelligent Robotics Laboratory at the School of Computer Sciences from Peking University. And I believe we have met in previous events during the May Day holiday. And we also have Xiao Yineng, who is a researcher at the Beijing Key Laboratory of AI Security and Standardization. So we are talking about the Mecha Fighting Series tournament, the first of its kind in the whole world. So the game is about to start, and I have just one question. What can we expect? Well, this is very important. We have to be laser focused on the robots because it is the robots fighting on the arena. But beyond robots, we have to see how the human operators and robots work together. What about Yineng? Well, I think your question implies the inquisitive question about non-competitive robots, such as robots that are climbing, that are walking and running. And what is the difference of the robots tonight? Well, I believe we can expect some technical progress and also the balance between structure and function. Because for combating robots, they will suffer strikes from the opponent, and we will see how resilient the robot is from a structural perspective, how enduring the robot can be from a material perspective. And you also have to be agile from a mature perspective. You need to dodge, you need to defend and attack, and you need to combine all these maneuvers and tactics to deliver a steady performance. So this is what we can expect from tonight's performance. And well, I can guarantee you that we can have a great performance tonight on the arena. And this is a test of technology, and this is a Mech fighting tournament, and this is essentially a test of their technical performance. So we're going to look at the maneuvering capabilities of all the robots, and now I can see the ring is set, and let's bring you to Hangzhou, and you can see that all those robots getting ready, and the atmosphere is there, and you can see that the contestants getting ready with their operators, and this is the coordination between man and robots, and going through the final round of testing and adjustments, and so we will expect some flexibility and some maneuvering capability of these robots. As was mentioned, we are going to witness a fantastic, spectacular show of robots. You need to ensure precision of your control and guarantee stability of your performance. And bearing in mind, this is the competition between steel and cold, and so you have to protect yourself, make sure that the sophisticated system and components within are not affected. So this is the most strict test for your algorithm, and so we have to look into the competition, not just look at the surface of the competition. All right, we have a colleague from the arena, and we will get started. Hi, Xiaolei, and dear experts from the studio and dear viewers. You're now watching the CMG World Robot Competition, the Hangzhou round, and on today's arena, we can expect the showdowns of many robots. So we are going to focus on combat, and we have 4 operators from many different fields, and they will be fighting the robots manufactured and designed by Unitree. Everybody knows that over the past few years, China is developing very rapidly in robots. In the following 100 minutes, we are going to give you the fantastic performance, and we will go to different cities. At the end of the tournament, we are going to show you the final showdown, the final round of the competition. And I believe this is a moment where history shakes hands with the future, and we are witnessing history, and it is history in real time. And we have commentators, Yu Jia. Good evening, my name is Yu Jia. I'm a commentator, and I'm so privileged to be witnessing history tonight. Yu Jia is well dressed, and you can see that he is wearing a tie, and I'm sorry, I'm not wearing a tie. And so this is a stark contrast, but you will see even greater contrast on the stage, on the arena, between those robots. Which robots will stand out, we will maybe know later. And we have another commentator, Shi Xiaoge, the cheerleader of tonight's event. And good evening, my name is Shi Xiaoge. I will cheer you up and push up the energy with all of you. We have to look into the game, and Yu Jia and I, we are not professionals, and we will not be able to tell you the details of technology. And we have an expert here. Let's put our hands for Mr. Liu Tai, who is the Chief Engineer of the Tech Communication System Laboratory of China Academy of Information and Communications Technology. And we will also have a referee, who is Jiang Lili. In the scoring area, we have operators for scoring and timing, and they will decide which robot stands out in the competition. Well, thank you very much for all the audience. Right now in Beijing, I believe Wang Xiaolei, the moderator in the studio, is getting jealous. He is a robotics enthusiast, and he cannot be with us, but that's okay. But the key actors tonight will be those robots, and let's bring them on the stage. And you can see that they are wearing protective gears. And you can see that the technology is just evolving. Half a year ago, they couldn't walk on a stage on their own. But right now, you can see that this is just spectacular and impressive, and they can walk themselves into the ring, and they can also line up automatically on this arena. So what are their names? Hold your breath. Let me just call them by the color or by their position, and you can see Yan Zhihong, number 1, show the audience your tactics. Wow, that's amazing. Well, this is just impressive, and it will take me maybe years to master these moves. And well, you said that Wang Xiaolei from the Beijing studio is jealous. Well, let me tell you, I'm getting jealous even from meters away, and you can interact with these robots in the arena. But I cannot. And in this field, in the field of boxing, everybody will know Zhong Shiming, and if you get up close, there will be also Zhang Weili and Li Qian, among others. Well, right now, maybe one day, these robots will show similar moves as those real fighters. And yes, and this is how I feel. Just now, I feel that I'm in a different world. I believe in the future, no matter where you go, you will see some robots, and they can help you with many tasks. Well, I'm laying my hand on the arm of this handsome, and you can see how solid his arm is, and it doesn't have any teeth, and well, otherwise he will be wearing that particular gear. And you can see that he's fully equipped with all those protective gears, and I don't know what punch he can throw at me, how powerful that punch could be. Well, this is my first time seeing up close the matches of robots. I believe I'm already in the future, but on a reflective note, the future is already here, and I have seen in a lot of science fiction movies where human beings work together hand in hand with these robots in fighting and in combats. But this is where we are already at, and this is a fantastic moment. For people of my generation, I grew up watching all those science fiction movies, and I envy those robots who can fight in a flexible, maneuvering way, and we have a lot of those in the industrial scenario, but it is still quite striking to see these robots standing with us so close, and I believe that these humanoid robots are more relevant to our lives. So, any comments from our referee? Well, I believe it's a great challenge from a technical perspective, and you can see that it has a lot of motors. And take a look at the structure, and this is a humanoid robot. It has to strike a balance and make sure that it can stand still, manage its gravity point. And you can see that one of the robots just showed us some moves, and so we are just holding our breaths, and we're looking forward to some fantastic shows tonight. Well, I just want to carry one home, but I'm not sure if I can carry it. Well, truly, it's very heavy. It's heavyweight skill of performance. And how about number 2? Ready? Well, no rush. The little pink, and show me your moves. Wow, what a kick. What a kick. This is inspired maybe by traditional martial arts. Look at him. Well, he's limping, but he manages to stand still. All right, I have a lot of confidence in your performance. All right, as Xiaoge has mentioned that you haven't seen a show like this before, and well, how about I give you this opportunity, and you can come out to the arena and you can have some close interactions with these robots. I was quite nervous sitting down there because there's the vibe of competition in this room, and I'm not sure if they are nervous. Well, they have temperatures. Look, you can feel the temperature of these robots. Well, because they have motors in it. Wow, look at them. They're ready to fight. Well, little green, what can you do? You want to show us your stability? Well, can I have a test of this guy? I look at the operators and they're ready. Well, can I push it? Oh, fantastic. Well, this is just marvelous, and you can feel the counteraction from this robot. Let me give him another push. All right. This is so adorable. All right. He's gonna show you how agile he is. Fantastic. Wow, this is just marvelous. And if I had a robot like this in my home, I would wave goodbye to my cell phone. Let's see, number 4, Little Black. What are his features? Voice interaction. Well, Little Black, hold your fist and can give me a left punch. Wow. A right punch, please. Fantastic. Look at him. Thank you. Well, I think he's gonna win, maybe. This is so incredible. Well, I'm gonna bet on the black guy, and so he is just powerful. So I saw one detail, and so no matter it is boxing or martial arts, and you have to coordinate the moves of your legs and your arms, and you have to stand in a position that can allow you to give your thrust of energy so that you can give the most powerful punch. And I believe that the black guy, number 4, is just amazing. So what are the other tactics of these robots? And let's play a short clip for you to know more about these robots. Well, this is a very short clip, and we have text introductions, but this is so well produced, and these robots are just amazing. And now we're gonna give it to our 4 contestants, and so I don't know their names. I'm only calling them by their color: black, pink, red. So I will now hand it off to Yujia, and Yujia will let us know more about the rules of this competition. All right, thank you very much. And I'm so jealous that Xiaoge was there earlier in the arena. And let me show you the rules tonight. So we have 3 rounds for each match, and each round is just 2 minutes. And after 3 rounds of competition, whoever has the highest score will stand out in this competition. So this is about timing. Now let's talk about the combat rules. And if you can hit the body and the head, and this is one effective punch. And so you can either hit the front or the back, and all will count. And if you can hit the arm, and that is 1 point. If you can hit with your arm, and that is 1 point. If you can hit with your leg, and that's 3 points. And if you fall on the ground, and that's 5 points deducted. And if you are lying on the ground for over 8 seconds, and then you will have all the points deducted, 10 points deducted. So this is the rule. And all right, back to you. I want to take a family photo with these guys, but you have already finished. So just as Yujia has mentioned, we don't have very sophisticated rules, and we want to show you what these robots can do, and we also hope that more people can get involved. In Hangzhou, you are seeing a combat between humanoid robots. Maybe next time in other cities, we will see the competition from other aspects. I won't tell you for the time being, but I can guarantee you the match will be equally, if not more, spectacular. All right, as we mentioned, we don't have any rules or we don't have any rules like you often see that in other matches, and you can either use your arm or fist or feet, and you can kick and punch. You can do whatever you want to hit the other guy. And apart from the side kick and the left hook and right hook, each and every one of them, they have their killing weapon and killing secret. Well, let me just stop here, and I hope that you can just focus on this match, and you will know the answer later. And I know only they are called little red and black and green and pink, but they have their own names, and so who will compete with whom? So let's get to know the drawing rules. All right, this is a automatic pairing draw, and you can see that Jiao Tianqi and his robots will be fighting AI algorithm robots and his operator. All right, I think that deserves some big round of applause. All right, fantastic. The second round is between operator Chen Liangyu and Hu Yunqian and their robots. Well, before we open this match, we have to let you get used to the pace of robotics, and now I will give it to Jiang Lili, the referee, and so they will first give you some initial performance. So this is the performance round. So this is just the performance battle, and you can see that the referee gave one order to these robots, and you can see that both contestants want to gain some points with their kicks, and you can see that one robot has thrown a punch, and you can see that this is truly impactful. Fantastic. So this is the performance battle. And you can see that one is approaching the other, and so this is a direct hook. All right, I believe there's 1 point on this guy. Fantastic. I believe that they're just, testing each other out. And we have a left kick and right kick, left hook and right hook, and the analyzing each other. You can see how still they are standing and fighting and maneuvering. Wow, we have one KO. We have one knockout. Wow, but within 3 seconds, and this guy managed to stand on his feet, and he's back to the fight again. Fantastic. Wow. We have another knockout. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you stand up? Well, look at him. Fantastic. but he's been kicked out of the ring and alright, fantastic. Well, I'm not expecting this to be so spectacular just at the performance round. Alright. Oh, they're back into the fight, and I believe this is just like a martial arts competition. Look at how the robot is throwing his punch. Look at him, he's about to fall, and then a little pink is being pushed. Alright, fantastic. Look how amazing they can just balance themselves on the arena. Alright, the end of the game, and alright, this is just the performance battle session, and this is just the performance showcase, and now you're going to see the battle, the competition session officially kicking off. And before we do, let's put our hands out for those robots in the performance showcase session. Well, let me tell you, if I get knocked out on the arena, I wouldn't be able to get up so quickly. And now let's bring the first batch of competitors. Lu Xin and his robot, AI robot. AI calculator, and that is the name of his robot. So this is the one Xiaoge has placed her trust in just now. And now, let's bring on his opponent, Jiao Tianqi, and his robot, which is called Craftman. And since he was a student, he has been producing movies related to robotics. And will his robot beat the other one? Well, let's hold our breath. Well, before the fight starts, what can you say about this game? Well, there are winners and losers, but there will never be an end for the development of technology. Well, don't underestimate me because of my color. I'm pink, but I can give you a powerful punch. Alright, so it's both pink and powerful. Alright, it seems that the pink is so adorable. And so now the referee on the arena is setting the stage. The two operators are also ready. Alright, now the fight starts. First round. So, what are their tactics? And you can see that we have left kick. And you can see that they are very flexible and agile. And AI calculator is still using his kicks. And little pink is getting provocative. And this is a right hook. And you can see that they are still familiarizing with each other. And you can see that we got one swing punch from the pink, and whoa! This is a knockout, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and alright, within 5 seconds, Black gets up on his feet. And this is real quick. Alright, imagine if it's you who gets knocked out on a stage. Can you get up so quickly just as the robot? I believe these robots are trained based on human data, and so that is why they can manage to get up very quickly, very effectively. And this is trained professionally with the data input from human beings by mimicking the moves of human beings. And I can see that they are giving us more punches and more fantastic moves. Look at the swing punch. Well, you cannot tell who is the winner right now, but the knockout earlier gives you 5 points deducted. And there's so far not any real effective punch, but look at this one. Look at the kick. Look at the punch. Alright, this is the first round, and truly this is getting so competitive, and I didn't expect the AI calculator to be so powerful, and I didn't expect the ping to be so powerful, and so whoever gets to be the first to throw the punch can claim a competitive edge. And is that right that they are not afraid of pain? Well, you can see that, and we can attach sensors on their body, but we didn't. And so it doesn't make any point for you to attach sensors for the robots to feel pain. And we just want to give them sensors so that they can measure and calculate the torque and strength when you are hit, and of course you can tilt a little bit, and of course we have some sensors, but it's not the sensors for you to feel the pain. But this is quite different from the robots managed by remote controls. And traditionally you use a remote control to just give commands, but for our robots we are relying on a set of very sophisticated algorithms, and we can use this algorithm to generate all the different commands so that it can understand how to respond and how to counteract the attack. And also it's able to automatically collect information and take a look at the shrug of the shoulder and the twist of the body. So we have servo motors equipped, and it can calculate the torque. So the first robot, the red one, gave you a combined set of punches, and that's very sophisticated. So in a real match you need to showcase all these moves, both with your fist and your kicks. So this is one holistic set of algorithms, and it's very sophisticated. Alright, well, the comment section is telling us that let's very quickly get into the second round. Alright, round 2. Getting ready, go. Alright, you can see that this second round starts with the kick. And now one is finding balance back, and this is AI calculator, and he is finding his opponent. And alright, this is truly amazing. Well, this is a fantastic kick, but he nearly lost his balance, but he managed to get the balance back, and fantastic. And we're gonna play that again later, maybe. This is just marvelous. Well, in traditional mech fighting competitions, they are relying on views, and they just stand still at one position. Well, that is not as fierce as the fight that we have now. And well, look at him. Did you see how he throws the punch? So they cannot feel the pain, and they can manage their center of gravity. And So I believe if you can hold out your arms straight and you can reach the target. So the counteractive force is truly working, and especially when we are talking about robots. And look at the swing punch. Well, I believe in the second round, and we can see that the robot is just, trying to laser focus their punch into the right place. All right, this is the second round, but no rush, and each round is just 2 minutes, and I need to let you know that their center of gravity is quite different from that of human beings. Let them adjust in the intervals, and there's no rush. Even meters off, and we can hear the clashes of the mechanics, and so when they threw their punch, so there will be a electric shot, and so this is also very dangerous to themselves. And so when you attack your opponent, you also get attacked from a physics point of view, and so I believe that our viewers online, they are pushing us to very quickly start the third round. Round 3, ready, go. Well, the third round starts with a kick on both sides, and they want to gain 3 points. Wow, look at this. This is a fantastic knockout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. And they each have 1 knockout. And so AI calculator was knocked out, and that was just like human beings fighting on the arena, and it's just so similar. But this is a fantastic kick, and look at him. And this is like a push, more like a punch. Well, this is another point, I believe. Wow, this is another key punch. 1, 2, 3. Wow, both fell down on the ground. One got up so quickly, and this is the end of the game. All right, the craftsman didn't manage to stand up within 8 seconds, so he was eliminated from this competition. And maybe craftsman can get up and but you can see that the AI calculator, his opponent, pushed on him with his body, threw his whole body weight on him. So AI the craftsman didn't manage to stand up. So maybe that is why. So from a safety perspective, when the robot falls on the ground, it will automatically stop working. This is for safety concerns. So when you fell down on the ground, you have to stop all the moves of your body, and you have to just focus on standing back up. Well, some of the comments say that, well, the Chinese people can play martial arts, and the Chinese robots can also do that. All right, now may I give the floor to Jiang Lili, the referee, to announce the victor. Now I announce that the winner of this first session is the pink. Congratulations. And now let's have some playbacks of the fantastic moments just now.
这是刚才断机巧匠就脚底下一个趔趄，显
This
现
is
冲出拳台的画面。
the craftsman who almost got
这个
pushed
是
outside
两
the
人，你看
ring.
就是今天啊，两个人在找对手这个环节
And
上，
you
第
can
一
see
回合
that
就做
they
足
are
了功夫。
warming up and they are familiarizing with each other.
对抗得非常激烈啊。
对，这是断机巧匠第一次倒地，应该是。
And this is his first knockout.
需要有一定把握的。
对，
就是如果说
The
两个
timing is just very important. If you throw the punch at the right time, you
其
can
实他的重心是容易不稳
knock your opponent out.
进行出击的话，是能够非常的能够很好的一个打击效果。
So you need to manage the timing
确实呢，
and
包括现在在看到
to
说
maximize the
哎
effect
刚才
of your
这
attack.
断机巧匠拦腰这一下，就是这一下。对
So
拦
this
腰
is
给到
the
AI 测算师这一下。
嗯，所以看这个
fantastic punch right on the waist. So it immediately stopped working
想起来，最后被 AI
to avoid any secondary hazard or
结
harm.
束了。
好，那么接下来呢，我们即将迎来
Because
第二
the
组选手
AI
的对决
calculator fell on his body, on his opponent, so his opponent didn't manage to stand up. All right, now let's bring on the second
好了，首先
team
让我
of
们有请
competitors and
吴永
contestants,
乾
and
携带能
吴
量之
永乾
轮登场。
will bring up his robot called
这就是
Energy.
刚才被石小哥屡推不动的。
So this is the one Xiao Ge tried to push
胡允乾
in
呢，胡允
the
乾
beginning
他
part
是
of our
在
program,
国网
and
上
Hu Yuqian
的超
comes
各
from
专家输电运检班的班长
super high voltage power transmission
机也好啊，还有这个激光
company, and so
接触到的，所以我个
so
人
they
觉得
will
他可能有一定的优势在这里。
日常
they deal with a lot of robots. So I believe that he has a
风筝鸟挂在这个
competitive
高空
edge.
上的时候，你就得排
Well,
除
because on a normal day, when a bird is stuck on the high voltage wires, and they have to deploy robots to get that handled. His opponent Chen Liangyu
听的名字就是您刚才那个胭脂红，
对
是吧？哦，
这是一个跨界组
will
合啊。
bring on stage her robot Mulan.
还挺威风的一个。
对。
Well, this is
陈亮宇
a
呢，毕业
popular
于
name in
中国大
China,
学院，他经常地通过视频
and
来
Chen
向大家
Liangyu
展示
graduated from the
传统
Chinese
非遗
Academy
文化。
of
那么
Arts,
接下来
and
大家
she
让我们看一看啊，
uses
这
a
两
lot
位
of
选
her
手操作本领
short
高
video
手
clips
过
to
关
showcase China's
假装木兰对阵能
intangible
量
cultural
之最
heritages.
最后的胜出者又会是谁
So this
呢
is the fight between
那
Mulan
接下来
and
有请总裁判
Energy.
两位选手
Mulan
进
is
行
in
赛
red
场
color.
注意事项交代。
And now let's
口号
give the floor to the referee.
来，这两位已经
Handshake.
这个先礼后兵了啊。把这
All right.
两位
They have
新
already
人选手留在
started.
了拳台上。
两位已经准备好了，
嗯
手势已经摆好了。
好，
So they're
理论
ready
比赛
and they
开
are
始。
poised, ready to go. So now let's start round one.
场准备，
Round one. Ready, go.
哇，这一下地动山
Well,
摇。
what a kick.
两位出腿都是非常凶狠。
So they both got a little bit shaky with that deadly kick, and look at that right hook. And so you saw how flexible Mulan was, and you can see the scratches on the body of Mulan. Look at her.
这个
She's so amazing.
所以说这个刚才你也说了，看到其实从这个距离也能看到
Look at energy, and
伤痕累累，可以看到
he's full of energy,
非常激烈的。
and
这
you
也说
can
明了这个机器
see
人
the scratches on both bodies, and this tells you how much exercise they have gone through before this competition. And look at that
这
kick.
都是在安全可靠性上有一定考量的。
是
So that shows how reliable and steady they are. And Mulan gave a kick on the leg of her opponent, and you can feel the power and strength of that kick. Well, I believe they have smaller feet in comparison to their body height.
看他的翅膀，哎呦，
Well, look at that.
感觉比我的脚 小。
所以他那个控制重心的方式跟人是不一样的，
So
是靠全身的一个
they control their center of gravity in a different way, and they are relying on their servo motors and sensors so that they can coordinate the moves of different parts of their body so that they can stand still and stable on the arena. And
能够让身体能够左右的，就上肢像人一样左右的。
so you have to make sure that your body can move to the left and to the right, and also attack your opponent with. Wow, look at this. Look at this knockout. 6 seconds. This is how long it took for Energy to stand up. Alright, this is the end of round 1, and Energy got 1 knockout, and so I believe this is more aggressive than the previous pair, and you can see that they're more interactive and they're more fierce in terms of fighting on the arena. So you remember that first deadly kick, and that is still vivid on my mind. Alright, the contestants are getting ready for the second round. Now, I announce the second round starts. Round 2, ready, go.
上来又一次，
I believe that gives
确实
Energy 3 points.
两位选手啊，就是上来要抢，
Take a listen of the sound of impact.
而且能量数位这不是第一，
And
应该是倒地过一次。
so Energy got 1 knockout in the first round, and he is trying to catch up.
还越战越勇了，
Take a look at Mulan. Mulan is getting fierce, and you can see that each punch is deadly, and you can hear the sound of mechanic impact, and you can also see the scratches on their bodies. Take a look at this,
咱们前面说了，只要击打到就算数，有效部位
and
能量数位，
as long as you can hit the target area,
现在有组合
you will
拳，
get some point.
像这种组合拳出招的时候，是不是对他电池啊各
So-
方面的整个的挑战会更大一些呢？
对，像这个主项刚才也说了，就是他。
So when you give a combination blow, and that means you exhausting more battery power.
能量数位现在这是
Well,
觉得自己感觉自己
so-
分数多是吧？
So Energy is getting cocky on the arena, and he's showing a lot of provocative moves, and he's flexing his muscles,
他连续的发力，其实
and take, well, they get entangled. All right,
贾周木兰带倒，
因为他
So
这种连续的发力啊，其实对
this is
电
more
池
like
是
wrestling,
大的一个
and
消
so
耗。
您刚才也
when you suddenly throw a punch, and that will, of course, exhaust some
是靠肌肉去带
battery
身体
power, and this is quite different from human beings. And for human beings, and we
它整个肩膀
consuming the energy from our muscles, but for
刘老师给大家介绍这个
these robots, they are based on
都有
the battery power, and we got 1 kick from each side, and with that we will conclude the second round, and there's no KO.
迎来第一回的3回合。
没错啊，这个我刚才啊在
And
台上的时候，那个灯特别热。
we're now going
现在回
to
到这个位置上，看到这个比赛
maybe later initiate the third round.
心中心仪的那个选手啊，就比较担忧。我感觉我背后的
So I have a lot of concerns, and I believe I'm just supporting my idol, and so, you know, when you are supporting your idol in the audience, you get nervous when your idol is fighting on the arena, and
懂吧？
为什么呢？
您给他起了特别的
who do you think I have more confidence in?
啊，
Well, maybe it's Mulan.
这一回合的比赛正式开始。
Alright, let's start the third round.
3回合，
Round 3. Ready,
第3回合
Go
决定谁
whoa. This is unexpected. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
天呐，我还是
Alright, the end of the game.
3回合刚刚开始，
And we have just started the third round. Mulan
贾周木兰这
got
不
kicked
放
out.
弃不放弃啊，但是
So
裁判已经
Mulan
宣布了比
fell on the ground, and she didn't manage to get up before the referee announces the end of the game. We have to demonstrate our manners on the stage. So Energy is flexing his muscles, but Mulan is pushed out of the match. Alright, referee Ms. Jiang will announce the result of this game. So the winner of this round is the green one. Congratulations to Energy. Energy got elevated to the final round of the competition. And now let's play some of the highlights moment. So stability and reliability are the key. I'm so astonished with the moves of Mulan in the third round and in the second round, but you know, she didn't start well in the third round. I didn't quite catch that, but I believe it's due to his her preparation, because you know it's one chain of movement, and if you want to throw your punch, you have to rely on the joints of your shoulder, and you also need to step a little bit back just to get ready for that punch. Maybe it's because the motor in the waist got overheated, and then it wasn't that coordinated. And also the opponent is throwing a punch, and so that is why maybe it's lost its balance, and maybe we can see that later. So I believe this is the first time human audiences watching this, and I believe that we are nervous, and so let me also apologize to all the viewers, and this is also our first time moderating and commenting such matches. And so for the first pair, and we announced the round result of the match, and so we apologize for that. And so for the first round, can we give the floor to referee Miss Ma to announce again the result? All right. Let's see that again. Let's just put this on the record. And for the first session of the match, Lu Xin and his AI calculator robot won the game. So I believe if you calculate all the points, the craftsman, the robot, may have a higher likelihood of winning. So both Mulan and the craftsman, they didn't manage to control themselves well, and they simply sabotaged themselves, and they lost the game because of this tiny glitch. So that is why you have to consider the counteractive force. So you need to take into consideration the counteracting force and be prepared for that. And if you can stand still, you can push the opponent off the ring. So that is why Xiaoge tested that at the very beginning of this show. So she tried to push the robot. But this is so difficult actually, and it's so extraordinary for us to have such rapid evolution of robots. And I believe that in the future, they will be part of our daily life, and we know that they will be able to help us in many different aspects. So in the future, for example, I'm just an ordinary guy. I don't need to go to the kitchen. I don't need to go to the living room to clean the floor. So robots will make our life in the future so much different, and I believe that through the CMG World Robot Competition we can gain a deeper understanding about these robots and our robots and their operators, and they need to get ready for the next round of competition. And now let's hand it off to our studio in Beijing. Well, this is so extraordinary, this is so fantastic and spectacular. I believe the semifinals have just finished, and we can expect the final round in the second part of this program. As I mentioned in the beginning, this is a very historic moment, and the carbon life is fighting the silicon, and the silicon life, you know, it's an interaction between the two, and so we are looking into the deeper dimension of this game. So what have you seen? Well, I have seen the progress of technology. I have also seen the direction of such progress. I believe the prompts and commands of operators translated into real-time moves of the robots, and if there is a lapse, then you wouldn't be able to give effective moves. So you need to deliver all these moves and execute all those commands on a real-time basis. And then algorithm is playing a very important role. Additionally, after being attacked, can you very quickly get back to your own balance? And once you lose your balance, and then with another kick or push, then you will be knocked over. So the time it takes to get back into balance is very important. And apart from all this, I'm also looking at how endurable and how resilient the robot is, and so many robots have fell down on the ground, and you can hear the sound of the clash and impacts, and if you can withstand a punch or a kick, then you can have a higher possibility of winning the game. And also you need to demonstrate stronger structural resilience, and although you get knocked out, but as long as you can stand up and get back into the game and into the fight, then you will have a higher likelihood of winning the game. So the three of us, we have been very excited, and we are giving big applauses, and we are also nervous, and truly we have seen progress, and we have taken a glimpse into the future. How about you, Yinan? Well, I believe these four robots, they have gone far beyond my imagination and my expectations, and at the very beginning I had a lot of concerns. I worried that they might fall down just at the beginning of the match, but when I hear the clashing sound of the robots, and I was so astonished, and they are so resilient. So for them to have such levels of resilience and agility and endurability, it's so difficult. And although you may believe that they will fall over or they will fall down, but they didn't, and that means they're so resilient from the structural perspective, from the material perspective. They're using aluminum alloys, and they're using carbon fiber, and they're using very strong materials. So that is why I believe the most important function of our studio in Beijing is to walk you through this game from a technical point of view, and we are just so excited to be watching this mind-blowing match and fight. And I believe that the human-robot coordination and remote controls are just amazing. And hold your breath, because we're going to get into the final round of the match. All right, let's get back into the ring. The CMG World Robot Competition, I believe right now you are able to share the excitement that you have just experienced, and we have two experts in the studio, and we have been so astonished by this moment because this moment will go down in the history of the human civilization, and we are so privileged to be able to witness this fantastic moment. And you can see that our contestants are ready to start their final round of competition, and let's get it to Hangzhou. All right, welcome back to the CMG World Robot Competition, the Hangzhou station of the Mecha Fighting Series, and we are witnessing a fantastic brilliance of robots, and we have seen how the robots have demonstrated their agility and endurance and their strength in the performance battles round, and we have had some glitches, and for example, I mispronounced the name of the referee, and well, let me see once again. We have researcher Li Gaofeng from Zhejiang University. So you have seen the first part of this match. Can you give us some comments? Well, I believe this is a fantastic show tonight, and it has so gone beyond my expectation. I have a couple of observations. Well, let me see first that they are very fluid from a technical point of view. You saw all the different robots, they have their own skills and they have their own killing tactics. They're very fluid and very intuitive. I believe that they picked up the skills from the professional boxers of human beings. And also there is a combination between AI and this robot, and they are able to capture the moves of human beings and then feed that back to the robots, because you have to admit, after all, some differences between mechanic joints and human beings. So this is a big challenge, but with the AI, we are able to empower this robot so that they get to master these moves much faster. So you saw just now that they're just like professional boxers, and their moves, if you take a closer look, and this is just mind-blowing. And so this is what we saw first. And secondly, we need to focus on the coordination between the operator and the robot. The robot has to demonstrate some mechanic capabilities, but the human operator is also the key. We have to give different commands while ensuring that the timing is right. So we have to be flexible both as robots and human operators. And number three, I believe it is very important to just focus at how long it takes for the robot to get back on the ground. And so we found out that these robots, they are very able to stand back on their feet. The way that they stand up on their feet is just like human beings, and this is so professional and so amazing. And it's such a great pleasure to see these robots evolve so quickly. And just half a year ago or 1 year ago, you couldn't imagine this being the reality today. So we're just very happy to see this progress, and I hope that in the final round there can be more spectacular moments. So energy and AI calculator, who would you bet on? Well, personally, so we have AI calculator and energy. Well, I believe the robot energy is better in terms of energy, and and stamina. But personally, I would like to place my bet on AI calculator because today's match is about decision making, about prompts, about how you execute these commands. So our slogan is the fighting star and the genius of algorithm. So we are looking at the agility of the robots. You cannot give a command to the robot and only after 3 seconds the robot starts to move, and this is not making any sense. So agility and responsiveness are the key. Now we are able to give you this fight to national audience, and this is alone telling you how confident we are in their agility and their responsiveness. I'm not exposed to so much technology as you are, but I'm so impressed, and a lot of their moves are just beyond my expectation. So I believe that they're just getting better by the day, and you can see that we have elevated to this level of sophistication and reliability. So just when the CMG World Robot Competition was inaugurated in April, and we gave you some performances of the robots, and I can tell you we have taken a big leap even by comparison to the performance in April. And you can see they're giving you left hooks, right hooks, side kicks, and powerful punches, and this is just marvelous. As I said earlier, all these robots, they have a killing act. They have a killing tactic, and so when will that be initiated or activated? Well, I think they have been saving that for many rounds of matches. And all right, and now let's unveil the final competition between AI calculator and energy. Well, hurricane push. So with the short running, and they can just give you a thrust and give you a powerful impact. And let's see who will be able to showcase this final killing act. Round 1. Ready, go. So we saw AI calculator used his kneecap to give you a kick, and you can see that energy is very stable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the knee kick. Fantastic. Wow, this is the near miss, and this is a very critical moment, and we can play that again later. And so counteracting force is something that you have to manage. They manage their balance quite differently, and they have a whole set of algorithms to manage and strike a balance. You may believe that this is a fixed move, but it's not, and because the environment is changing, the conditions are changing every minute. And you can see that the energy is giving a combination of fists and punches, but that didn't end up well. And now let's see what's next. Well, I'm just thinking if I can bring either of them back to the games 10 years ago, I could win the whole world. Well, you don't need to say 10 years ago, and just 3 years ago you could be the winner of the whole world with such a technology. Well, this is the first round. Stop. This is the end of the first round of the finals. Well, I'm just holding my breath for the fantastic second round or maybe third round, and we still haven't seen the execution of the killing act. And now the referee and the operators and the robots, they are getting ready for the next round. Well, this is more fantastic or more mind-blowing than the first half of the match, and so for the first round, Energy got a knockout, and it took him 7 seconds to get back on his feet, and I was very nervous. I was holding my breath for that. Because when they fell and when they couldn't stand up, and we will have to, fill the gap with comments and with introductions, and now the contestants are ready for the second round. Round 2. Ready, go. You saw that knee kick and the side kick. So AI calculator is very effective, and he gave one side kick and knee kick. And you can see that he's more flexible with his legs. And look at Energy. Energy just gave one effective kick. So they are kind of entangled, and look at Energy, and he is fast with his moves. So they're very steady and stable. So this is the straight punch, and AI calculator just gave one kick, and I think Energy just got 1 point. And you can see that after the straight punch is executed, and the black robot just got pushed back. So through this kind of match, and we can test the features and performances of the robots in all aspects. So this Mecha Fighting game is a test to all the different aspects and dimensions. And we have another knockout, and this is Energy falling on the ground. 3, 4, 5. All right. Fantastic, and he's so effective. Stop. The end of the second round. So Energy got 2 knockouts on the arena in both rounds, in round 1 and round 2. But what's amazing is how fast you stand back up on your feet. And it's so similar to human moves of standing back on your feet. And so this is why I see that this is not a remote-controlled game. And so we have some pre-algorithms moves, and you can see that when they stand up on their feet, and they're not relying on the remote control, and the analyzing the environment and the changing conditions, and there are a lot of autonomous moves, and you can see that one robot will try to circumvent and get on the back of the other robots. So I think this is just very smart, and this is a tactic borrowed from human fights, and so this is just marvelous. This is a fantastic beginning, because in Hangzhou, we wish to just give you a glimpse of how fantastic this game could be. But we are already witnessing such spectacular matches and fights. And so it's history in real time, and we can see in real time how the future might look like. So in the fields of robotics, and there are two major technologies, and we have the technology of mobility, and then there is this capability of maneuvering and operation. So agility is making important strides, and the operability is also making significant progress. And my team is right now focused on researches of the agility and flexibility of mechanic arms, and I believe that in the coming years and months we can make some very important strides, and maybe one day it can outperform human arms and human body. And so in the future we are going to enter into a world of human robots coordination, and it will be a hybrid world of both the silicon and carbon life, and so this is truly amazing. All right, and now let's take a look at the two silicon guys on the arena. Round 3, ready, go. So this is the final round of the competition, and Energy got some points with his punch. AI calculator gives some kicks, but that wasn't effective. Look how solid they are with their standing position. Oh, that was another near miss. And this is Energy, and the timing of kick is crucial. You need to accumulate the strength, and if you don't manage the timing well, you jeopardize falling down on the ground yourself. So all right, this is another knockout. 4, 5. All right. Fantastic. So from them we can see the spirit of resilience of human beings. So they never surrender to the opponent. So we hope that, well, look at this move. And this is the straight punch, and this is the right timing, and so AI calculator was pushed to the side of the ring, but it didn't fail, and you can see that Energy is flexing his muscles, and he's being provocative. And now let's take a look at the last 10 seconds, last 4 seconds. All right, the end of the third round. So we will have to rely on the referee team to manage to calculate all the points, and Energy fell down by 3 times, and that is 15 points deducted. Well, I'm not concerned about the result of this game, and it's quite normal for you to fall down, but what's important is how fast you can stand up, back on your feet, and so we don't have any human interventions when we fell down, and that's what's important. So we're not showcasing a sports event, and we are showcasing how our robots can do today. And we're taking a glimpse into the future. And we can imagine what robots can do in the future from today's performance. And this is also a show of popular science, and you can take it this way. And this is more of a popular science show than a fight of robots. So in previous human robots fights, I didn't truly gain a lot of knowledge, but today, seeing these robots fighting on the stage in real time, I'm truly impressed. And you can see that they can execute the moves just like human beings. It's very fluid, and it's very intuitive and very flexible and very agile. Take a look at the joints, and they can give you all types of moves. 20 years ago, if you go to a Mecha Fighting event, and there were robots running on wheels, so it's not confrontational like it is today. But the 4 robots that we have today, be it Mulan or Craftsman or AI calculator and energy, and they have shown what robots can do today and in the future. So we truly believe that they're just like human fighters, and they're so powerful on the arena. So we are already seeing the future, and in the foreseeable future, robots are just like partners of human beings, and they will make our life more beautiful and much better. And just half a year ago, and maybe 2 to 3 months ago, it's quite different. And 2 or 3 months ago, you couldn't imagine where you can be today. All right, now let's give the floor to the referee. And based on their performance and based on the calculation of the scoring and timing team, the final winner, the championship goes to the black robot, the AI calculator. All right, congratulations to Lu Xin and his partner, AI calculator. All right, and I got it right, and all right, please stay tuned. Our program will continue, and later we will give you the awarding ceremony. And now let's play some commercials, some promo clips. Well, I have been doing this job for quite some years, and I have seen a lot of extraordinary scenes and moments. But let me tell you, this is one moment that will go down in my memory, in my career. Why? Because me and all of you, this is our first time witnessing such a fantastic moment of robots. This is the moment where robots are starting to get into our lives, and we are all witnesses of this era. And we saw how enduring and how resilient these robots are on the arena. And I can tell you the future is already here. And this is history in real time. This is the defining moment in the evolution of robots. And now let's give the floor to Lu Xin and his AI calculator, his robot fighter. Let's bring them on the stage. Congratulations to Lu Xin. You and your robot AI calculator, you're the fighting star of this game. Fantastic. He's being cocky. Wow. Look at you.
这是战斗的痕迹啊。
These are the marks of the fight.
陆鑫，感觉今天的时间
So Lucian,
我
do
感
you have anything to say about tonight's performance? I think time truly
你意外什么？
flies. So,
你的意外在哪里啊？
so what are your observations? Well, I wasn't expecting such a fast pace of competition, and I think my robot AI calculator deserves some sincere applause.
对对对对，再接着。
Fantastic! Wow, wow.
哎，恭喜恭喜！
Well, he's holding up his arms, and congratulations.
那么接下来你可能还要赢得我们接下来一系列的比赛，可能你还会
And
面对
you will
更
go
加
to
强大的选手。你觉得你今天的胜利
More matches, and
还是
so why do you think that's you're the winner, and do you think it's by luck or by tech? Well, I believe it's a combination of both, and I have a lot of tactics, and this is a tribute. This is due to the great performance of both myself and the AI calculator. So, is this your first time controlling a humanoid robot? Yes. We saw a lot of such info online, but I never got a chance to train such a robot. And laying your hand on the operation and controlling a robot is truly a different experience. All right.
来
Now let's bring up the medal.
和他的搭档获得了
Congratulations to Lu Xin,
邀请函。
and congratulations. And this is the letter of invitation to the final competition of CMG World Robot Competition. Thank you very much for coming back. And so we saw history in real time just now, and that was the world's first Mecha Fighting Series of humanoid robots, and this is the CMG World Robot Competition. We have two experts in our studio, and we showed you where to focus, and we talked about human-robot coupling, and so what is the keyword here? And I believe we have seen some remarkable progress. I'm thinking in the future maybe it will become more intelligent in scenarios, for example, mining and rescue missions. Robots will help make the decisions of rescue so that human beings can be safer. All right, so intelligent is your keyword, and so what have you seen in today's performance? Well, I have seen the limitless possibilities of robots, and humanoid robots is one new quality productive force, and I can see that for contestants, for robots, and they have truly demonstrated what we can expect in the future, and this will be maybe applied in the field of industry and in the repair and maintenance of super high voltage power transmission lines. In the future, we will be able to see in real time the maintenance of electric wires by robots, and we can deploy our robots to all scenarios, and we can have mechanic arms that is mounted with all types of sensors that can maybe help human beings do many dangerous operations and moves. So in the future, the humanoid robot is an empowering and enabling technology, and it will make the human life much better and much easier. So you can tell how excited they are, and they're speaking at a very fast pace, and truly they are very excited about the future. And so Unitree says that today is just a glimpse of imagination, and well, let me say that we are all standing in front of the gate that leads into the future, and we have pushed a little bit of that door, and we have taken a glimpse into the future, and we imagined all the possibilities of the future. And this is the first match of the CMG World Robot Competition, and in human robot coordination, in smart and intelligence, and in manufacturing, and we are truly making important strides forward. I believe that China is right now at a competitive edge in all these dimensions, and we can expect more creative matches in the future, and I am sure that all the future matches will be a combination of both technology and innovation, and we can bring you more unexpected moves and significant sophisticated technology, and let's expect that there will be more matches to popularize science and to witness how technology